They're just mad that they weren't like allowed to play the game a couple of weeks early. Libtaku, so true. So true. Okay, anyways, for the people who haven't seen it, all right? Kotaku is like a gaming journalism website. Cringe, I know. And Nintendo is Nintendo. Cringe, I know. They hate their customers. Kotaku isn't like super liked mostly because they're giga lib pilled in like a cringe way, and like kind of like they're lib pilled in like a BuzzFeed way, if you know what I mean. And if that's the case, then we don't really have to talk about it anymore because it's not. I don't want to spend too much time on it. Anyways, they're kind of weird, and they also like put through a lot of really inflammatory articles that you know are made specifically just to get clicks, that kind of like farm a specific like group of people. You know what I mean. You know what I mean. With that being said, these two people, Nintendo, that recently just enslaved a human being. If you guys knew about that story, a guy, his name was what was his name, like Joe Bowser or something. He was running a company that could like emulate games straight off and like pull ROMs or whatever straight off of the Switch. You could hack your Switch, and Nintendo found him and they sued him for like $1 billion. And he just got handed down and he was in jail. He got let out for good behavior, but 10 million. They sued him for a lot of money. I think the lawsuit itself, the original amount that they wanted to sue him for was like $1 billion. But they like, I don't know, they like moved it down. Anyways, he got sued for like a lot of money, and he's on the hook for a lot of money. So much, in fact, that he's going to have to hand over 40% of his paychecks for like the rest of his life to Nintendo. He has become an indentured servant to Nintendo. He has become a Nintendo slave. He works to pay off his debt to Nintendo, and he'll work for the rest of his life. He won't ever pay what they sued him for. He won't ever be able to pay it off. It's not possible. Yeah, he's the real Game Boy. That can't be legal. They won the lawsuit, and the judge said that they're on the hook for those damages. I will say as well, the term is Nintendo. That is so sad. I will say also some of the shit that he was making would brick some Switches, just so we're all on the same page. He's not like the best guy. It would brick some people's consoles, but at the same time, he is now a slave for the rest of his life. So you know how it is. Anyways, just putting it out there that Nintendo don't play. All right, they don't play at all. And a little while ago, okay, as you all know, Tears of the Kingdom is coming out sometime soon. In the next like couple weeks, Tears of the Kingdom drop Arena. That's crazy. We're going to be playing it right here. But before then, one of the senior reporters at Kotaku, one of the people who's like helping run the place, he specifically is not happy with Nintendo. Okay, so if you take a look at this, he posted this a couple of days ago. It's preview day for Zelda Tears of the Kingdom, a huge game I would love for Kotaku to be able to inform its millions of readers about firsthand. Unfortunately, Nintendo has blacklisted Kotaku from advanced coverage. A move I would argue is both unprofessional and coercive. So you may be wondering, you may be wondering to yourself, what could have gotten Kotaku blacklisted by Nintendo? What could they have done? Well, it seems what they did was one day after Metroid Dread, the game, dropping, they released this. Metroid Dread is already running great on Switch emulators. Which Nintendo, one day after the game dropped, literally one day, and they were like, Metroid Dread officially debuted October 8th. This article was published October 9th. Fuck you, Nintendo. So yeah, they literally the next day they dropped here's how you can emulate Metroid Dread. Hey, crazy. And so obviously Nintendo really didn't like this one. They were not happy with this one at all. Okay, and I will tell you, I am no fan of Kotaku. I am also, even though I am a big Splatoon head, I am not a fan of Nintendo. I'm really not. The way they run their company, I hate it. Truly, the way they use their IP, I hate it. Truly. But with that being said, it is funny that these two people these two groups hate each other a lot. It is very funny, and you can't tell me otherwise. You can't tell me otherwise. Oh, it's so good. It's also a Switch exclusive, as you might expect, but because of the readily available Switch emulators, people can play Dread on powerful enough PCs. It's pretty unusual. It's a pretty unusual situation. Anyways, so yeah, he went on to talk about how you can get it, and then he also did this, complicating matters even further. Emulation and Nintendo have always had a rocky history. Just this year, Nintendo took a major ROM site to court. And then he linked, in some of these here, he actually linked to the emulators that you could get to emulate Metroid Dread. Not even like just saying that you can. He linked to, in the post, he linked to the emulators. All right. I don't think he linked to the ROMs, but he might have in the original thing. Editor's note, as per request by Nintendo. So just in case you thought that Nintendo didn't see this, they did. Editor's note, per request by Nintendo, we've updated the article to generally reassert that Kotaku does not promote or encourage piracy. Kotaku declined to enact changes that blurred the lines between suggestions and aggressive line edits to preserve the original editorial independence. And update again the next day after this article was released. An earlier version of the story was understood by many readers to be a direct suggestion to illegally download this just released game. We regret this interpretation and apologize. This name is very real. As the original article did not meet our editorial standards. They linked to the ROM. They linked to the ROMs in this. As you can see, this has been edited, but in the original one, they were linking to that stuff, which is kind of illegal, because simply saying you can like emulate Metroid Dread, nobody cares, right? Nintendo probably wouldn't like it, but it is possible. If you own Metroid Dread, you can emulate it on, whatever the fuck you want. That's legal. And telling people they can do it, that's also legal. Now, linking to some of the stuff, now downloading a ROM from online, no, that's illegal. You can't do that. Now, I mean, you technically can, and it's very easy. And when it comes to Nintendo, I wouldn't even necessarily say that it's, wrong, but it is illegal. And so, as per this stream, I'm saying you shouldn't do it. Now, with that being said, now we know why Nintendo doesn't like Kotaku, okay? Doesn't like Kotaku, not one bit, not one itty bitty little bit, okay? And to prove how much they actually don't like Kotaku, here's a tweet from another editor at Kotaku who tweeted this and said, "For the record, this is how I feel about publisher blacklists." Obviously referring to his site being blacklisted by Nintendo. And it's like World War II shooting down Nazis and Imperial Japanese planes. Yeah, 1944. It's a real me when I get blacklisted from Nintendo pre-releases. It's literally 1944. So as you can see, they're not on good terms. But it goes further than this, okay? It goes further than this because Kotaku decided to go completely nuclear. As a site, go completely nuclear and raze to the ground their bridge with Nintendo. Just turn it into straight ash, period. No coming back. No, like, let's make up. Just, I never want to see you again. It's on site. It's war. Because after that, Kotaku dropped this. Everything we're learning about Zelda Tears of the Kingdom from the leaks. So, for the people who didn't know, there was a massive leak when it comes to, Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. Massive leak of like a lot of stuff, of people showing a lot of stuff that Nintendo does not want out there at all, period. They are illegally playing the game. They're illegally uploading footage of the game. They illegally, got the game. Everything is crazy illegal about everything that's going on here. And so Kotaku just decided, we're just going to tell you everything that they found. Just period. We're just going to have a whole article Fuck you, Nintendo. Here's all the shit. Eat my ass. Okay? Just completely nuclear. And just to tell you how bad this actually is, I can't click on this article. I can't show you the top picture. I can't I can't show you like the first like subtitle headline. I can't show you the first paragraph. I can't show you any of the links. I can't show you anything. Okay? It's that bad. I can't show you a single thing in this article. I can't do it on stream. I can't do it. This stream will be taken down, and any YouTube video I uploaded about it will be taken down. Period. It's not possible. So yes, we are in the midst of complete corporate warfare. Complete corporate warfare. Where now like the senior heads at Kotaku have decided to go like scorched earth policy on Nintendo and just like say we are never going to be working with you ever again because they got blacklisted like a year and a half ago. Shark will be sued for 10 million. Yeah, listen, I'm gonna need like a lot of donations for you, like from you guys to help out with this, okay? I'm gonna need some help with this one. It's just remarkable. I will say, I don't really care about Kotaku getting blacklisted. I think it's kind of funny, actually. I also don't care about Nintendo getting like their shit rocked because I also think it's pretty funny. I'm not gonna lie to you. I do think it's very funny. Funny indeed. But what also is funny is how like angry some people are on like Nintendo's behalf. I think that shit is mad funny. It's also very hilarious. I love it. Kotaku senior editor recently complained about being blacklisted by Nintendo of America's pre-release coverage. So in retaliation, they decided to publish the leaks for Tears of the Kingdom. Unprofessional and insanely petty. Clown website, clown editors. I will say, it is wildly petty. It is remarkably petty to do stuff like that. I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do it. But like, there's a part of me that's like, I will say there's a part of me that goes, hell yeah, that's hilarious whenever this happens. I'm sorry. You can't tell me that this isn't funny. You can't do it because it's just factually funny. It's factually fucking hilarious how petty this is. Oh, it's so good. I guess they're doing it for publicity. They could be. They could be doing this for publicity. It's definitely possible. I wouldn't put it past them. They are Kotaku at the end of the day. But with that being said, if they are, I'm giving them the publicity. I'm not gonna lie. Shit's hilarious. I wonder what Nintendo's going to do next. You think they're gonna get mad? You think they're gonna put out a statement? We hate you. We hate you. You can't do this to us. I don't want to read it because I want to be surprised when we play Tears of the Kingdom. You know, are you guys excited for when the day comes and I'm like, hey, you guys want to play some Tears of the Kingdom? And then we can go. It'll go crazy. But like $70, that is true. I can't wait to make some small. I can't wait to make some absolute contraption. I can't wait to make a thingamabob. Maybe even a doohickey. Oh man, imagine all the doohickey possibilities. Can you even contain yourself? The Abe special. You can't say that. You can't. This is a Japanese company. You can't say that. Chill. What do you guys think? I will say I don't feel bad for Kotaku for being blacklisted by Nintendo. It does seem like something worth blacklisting them for. It is very funny. It's even funnier that they got really mad about it. Cause like, let's be honest, like they'll be okay. They could just buy the game when 99.99% of other people will be buying the game, right? Like you could just buy the game when it comes out and then like make an article about it in like 3 days, maybe even like 4 or 5. It's really not that hard. There'll be lots of people looking for stuff. They can spare the 70. The thing is, like, they were going to pay 70 anyways. It's not about like paying the like 70 to get the game. It's about like them not having early access to the game. Like some other like game reviewers that I know, they're just mad that they weren't like allowed to play the game a couple of weeks early, because they weren't going to get a copy from Nintendo. I don't think anybody's getting a copy from Nintendo, honestly. Getting the early drop is often critical. I mean, like, it can be, but at the same time, like, nobody's going to be getting the early drop because, well, nobody's going to be able to get the early drop because, like, nobody's getting the game early. They're just getting the game. They're just being able to play the game early. That's literally it. Like, I think a week ago, Nintendo set up some like little booths and invited people where they could play the game early, and that's it. That's what they're mad about. Not even like getting the game early, just playing it early. How the ROMs got uploaded on torrents? What, like the full game is uploaded on torrents right now? Yeah, the full game. Well, I mean, I guess you could just do that right now. I can link. Do not. What, for Tales of the Kingdom? Ooh, that would go crazy. More like Turds of the Kingdom ain't. Oh man, oh, they'll never recover from that one. Come here. Come here. Oh. Hi. Oh, sorry. I didn't see you there. If you're enjoying the content, hit the subscribe button. If you don't, it'll make Boo very sad. I know a bunch of you who are watching are not subscribed. Join the frenzy. You won't regret it. Thank you, Boo.